Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Do Not Go Gentle series. So, this is the Grey Mother. We need to talk to her as we... Oh,
Seems
this
like
scene.
people were here recently. Where did they go? Why didn't they call for help or just drive out?
The power went out. Who knows the reason? People started to get cold, hungry. They panicked, started to talk crazy. Others walked here from the highway. Some belonged here. Others were outsiders, like you.
Did anyone see a woman? Brown hair, would have had a tan jacket, scarf with birds on it. Possibly injured.
There was an outsider woman. I heard her pass through. She wasn't alone. There were angry voices but the storm was too loud.
Voices?
I lost the voices, and I couldn't get them back. Never mind. You did well with the fuel. Now do the same with food, or I won't last the winter.
All right, let's talk to her for a second. You keep calling me a mainlander. Why? You're an outsider, mainlander. You're one of them. You don't belong here. Right, but, I mean, you sound angry about it. Years ago, when the collapse happened, we lost everything. The young people didn't understand how dependent we'd become. Some people may have accepted dependence on the mainland, but I don't want the scraps from your table. I guess I don't know that much about the history. I'm not surprised. You mainlanders have always focused on your own story. Surely someone will come looking, someone will send help, search and rescue, the military, the government. To Milton? No. You don't think help is coming? We needed help 10 years ago, during the collapse, when you mainlanders were sitting pretty and the others raped our island. Took what they wanted. We needed help 10 years ago, it didn't come then. Why would it come now? That was a long time ago. Things are different now. Ha! Not for us. Not for Great Bear. Not for Grey Mother. Is there anyone else left in town? After the lights went out, a blizzard blew in. People got scared, were afraid of being trapped, or more trapped. They panicked. Some left to see what they could discover from the outside. And what did they find out? They didn't come back. All right, let's look into... So I hate to ask, but food. The town, it's abandoned. They've left me to starve. I'll need food to survive this. Survive until what? I'll worry about that. You worry about finding me food to keep me alive. But what if people come back? Won't I be taking what they need to survive? You mean stealing? Maybe so, but it's fair. They stole from me all those years, and now it's their turn. What do they steal from you? Never mind that. Food. Find me food. Ransack the gas station on the edge of town. There's always food there. Owner has a special supplier from the mainland. You're a mainlander, so stealing should come naturally. Or, if you're feeling guilty, bring me only what nature has to offer. It'll be more work, but maybe you'll sleep better at night. I'll see what I can do. Take the pry bar from the shed if you haven't already. Already got it. You might need it to get into some of the more stubborn places. A town like Milton, where do supplies come from? The mainland, of course. Where else? I don't know. Local stuff. Farms, producers on the island. Those days are in the past. We became dependent on the mainland just like you wanted us to. Then when things collapsed, you cut us off. Until you found things you could take, things you could sell to the others, the ones in the south. Some tried farming, but times were hard for everyone back then. Still are. You aren't the only ones to suffered. In the cities, the cities, you got what you deserved. You'll get no sympathy from Grey Mother. Okay, you said there were other outsiders. Crawled in after the night with the lights. I heard them. Murmurs in town. I still had ears in town. The gossips. They were scared. Some were from the highways. Said there were others, already frozen, already dead. They stayed here in town? Schoolhouse. The old schoolhouse. Still had a coal stove. They slept in the schoolhouse. Waiting. Waiting for... mercy. They found it. I don't understand. You'll understand when you find it. All right. What would you like to talk about? All right, so this is the current trust tab. I think we already talked about Milton history, and we've already talked to her enough to start off this episode. So now we need food. Now, where do we put the food when we're done here? I'm guessing the fridge? Yeah, the fridge. 0 of 8,000. I'm guessing that stands for 8,000 calories. Do we have anything we can already just give her? I bet we do. It's actually almost nighttime as well, so I'm going to need to probably rest before I do anything. So we're going to need to feed ourselves slowly but surely while also thinking about the Grey Mother. So we can go ahead and give her this tomato soup, I think. I'll give her this chocolate bar as well. And why not? Let's give her the stale granola bar too. Alright, so now we're at 850 of 8,000. So still some searching to do. Let's go out one time before it gets any darker, because we're not that tired. I'd prefer to use the energy I have left. I'm getting a little bit spoiled by having this house to hang out on. You know, I'm not thinking like a normal survival player where I'm like, let me use every ounce of daylight I've got. So, let's see. Now I'm being all cautious. Somebody commented that I've been very lucky with the wolves, and now I'm all like paranoid, like, oh, I have? See, was that a wolf right then? Yeah, it was. Oh, he's after the bunny. Now, we could totally get that bunny right now, but I'm going to go another direction. So it wasn't barking at me. That was very well timed, though. Good job, wolf. So we could just get natural food. We have a bit of a moral quandary on our hands. Someone else commented about that as well. And I totally see what you're talking about. So we could go for the natural approach of taking deer meat and cooking it, perhaps. There's a deer corpse over here that we haven't harvested yet, and that would have a lot of calories. Or maybe it's gone. Oh, there it is. Hello, Crowfeather. Alright, there's only 1.7 pounds of meat, so it's not going to take that long to get the meat off. Let's go ahead and use... We don't have forever on this shard of ours. And technically, we could have used another tool for what we just did. We can also get the hide and the guts, but that evidently is not that useful. So, alright, so that took a little bit of time. Still have more, but now I've got raw meat on me, so I have to be very careful. That's that indicator at the top of the screen that you just saw. Alright, so we can cook this on the everlasting fire. And then just stash it. Actually, we can cook this tea, too. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I might do that for the end of the day, and then go out tomorrow and scavenge a lot. Alright, so... yeah, let's do some more herbal tea. We don't need to drink the tea to rest better right now, so that's okay. Sounds like there's a storm coming in. But it's still good to have it. Plus, you know, it's good for our cooking skill. At least, I don't know if cooking skill is even a thing right now, come to think of it. I don't see cooking skill going up. Oh, we need more water. Of course we do. Well, we have an everlasting fire, so let's just get it that way. No, this feels like cheating. This feels so much like cheating. It's a clear, like, everlasting fire, so I know everyone's doing it, but... goodness. I mean, how much sense would it make if you constantly had to relight the fire? So I totally get it, but it's still a little bit funny. All right, this tea's still hot. Tell you what, let's drink that just to drink one of them. And let's continue cooking. So I don't think cooking skill is a thing, but now it's definitely nighttime, so we're going to need to rest. I mean, of course it's a thing in the long dark, but not in story mode is what I mean, in case you're watching this as someone newer to my channel. I've played the game a lot, I promise. I kind of know what I'm doing. Alright, rosehip tea. These are all things we... yeah, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and cook this too. And I think we gave our reishi mushrooms to the Grey Mother, if I'm not mistaken. So this isn't doing anything, you know, in terms of skill, but I am, you know, getting this stuff prepared so I can have it to drink if I need it. Alright, now, this is going to be 661... oh, hello. It's nice and dark now. Alright. Wish I had a lantern. Let's light this torch, and drop some stuff off in the fridge, and then sleep. There's some cloth right there, but we'd be stealing it. Alright, there's that. And we could also, you know what, we could give her some of the tea. That's one way to do it. Let's go ahead and give her some of these teas. That's also a way to get rid of a little bit of extra burden. So now we're at 1491. Almost 2,000. Not bad. Pretty good start. Let's, yeah, there's nothing. I keep seeing cabinets and I want to open them just because of just pure instinct, but... Well, you know what? There was another room down here, wasn't there? Yeah, there's more to the house. Is the water... Yeah, see, there's potable water in the toilet. I'm not gonna... I don't need to take that right now. I just don't. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot going on back here. But it's all stuff we'd have to steal. So I feel like that room back there is the Grey Mother's room. That's just how I feel about it. This has got to be more of a guest room. Alright, so let's sleep for 7 hours. Alright, so it's not quite dawn yet. Let's drink some water. We'll need to get some more water from the fireplace because we're actually drinking a good bit of our water. Ah, no, we've still got 0.2 gallons. We're all right. Let's sleep for just 1 more hour, and then there should be some light coming into the room, and we'll have a nice full day where we can go out and find some food. And I do want to try and take the natural approach. I don't think I want to plunder stuff. I might still scavenge a little bit because I already have. But you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll see if... Let's go ahead and eat this beef jerky because we're getting low on calories too. I'll see if, you know, stuff that we have the option of stealing is red, like the Grey Mother stuff, and I won't do that. I won't steal anything that's red, but if there's something I can plunder from an abandoned house without it being red, then I'm probably going to take it. Because, I mean, she's right, the town's abandoned, you know, so I'm doing what I would do in the Long Dark to begin with, which is to say I'm taking what's available because it's been abandoned and left behind. All right. I can barely see, but the light is starting to come into the house. And once we step outside, it should be a little brighter. Because it's right at the cusp of dawn. Oh, wow. No, it's actually still... All right. Oh, never mind. We need to rest for a little bit longer. I'll tell you one thing I could do. Do you ever get, like, hot or tired? Just a question. Let's go ahead and melt 0.4 gallons of snow. We can pass the time this way. Boil it. Yeah, now there's some light starting to come in. Now it should be a little bit better. There should be at least a little bit of morning light. There we go. Alright, so let's get up on the high ground here and see... I'm going to crouch just in case there is a wolf nearby. Alright, we can't go in there. I don't think I've been in that truck yet. I would be surprised if I haven't because it's on the way in. But I think what I'm going to do is just start kind of going around the town from this closest edge and completely scouring everything. One little tip that I was given that I don't typically do in Sandbox for whatever reason. Oh, I've already been in here. That I actually agree with, you know, come to think of it, especially in story mode. If you want to mark what cars you've already been through, just open the hood. I was talking about how opening the hood doesn't really do anything right now. I was talking about that, I think, last episode. But you can still, you know, you can open the hoods of cars as a way of saying, hey, you've been here. That way you're not constantly doing what I'm doing right now and looking around going, Have I been here, you know? I'm a little nervous about wolves right now. Alright, so these places look pretty abandoned. I don't know if there's anything else here, but we'll... Hang on. Here's some old man's beard. Let's grab that. This terrain is not good for long distance. I feel like a wolf could be lurking around any corner, which is why I'm being kind of timid at the moment. Alright, feels like negative 25 degrees. Still really cold. That's the other downside where we are right now. Oh, there's some coal. That would have been good to find while we were looking for wood. Are you serious? I don't know where you are, but... Oh, he's going after a rabbit. Alright, so that was the same as before. That was a wolf barking at a rabbit that I thought was barking at me, but wasn't. Alright, I'm gonna have to get up on top of a rock, though, because I need to know where that wolf is before I go back that direction. Come on, gamer. See, for all I know, the wolf could be up here. This terrain is not great. Here's some more old man's beard. And I can't even be outside for very long right now because, again, it's freaking cold. It's the break of day. Here I am just walking around like I own the place. This old man's beard lichen is high.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Dude, you're gonna be fine. Relax. I've done this before. Should I start calling him Mark Meir? Even though his name is clearly Will? Because I always call the female survivor Jennifer Hale. Should I just start referring to him as Mark? Relax, Mark. It's okay. Alright, no, seriously, where's the wolf, though? Because I heard him bark, and I felt like he was nearby. And I was right here. This is nerve-wracking. I'm gonna crouch to avoid detection a little bit.
So cold.
Alright, gotta get inside.
Lay down.
Now, this crate would just take 8 minutes to break down. The hatchet we can sharpen, because apparently when we talked about sharpening with the Grey Mother, she gave me a whetstone. But we don't need wood at this point. We really don't, so there's no point grabbing that. Alright, so we are losing condition due to being cold. That's totally a thing at the moment. Alright, there's something going on over there. I think I want to head that way. I know I said I was going to scavenge the entire town corner to corner. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm kind of going through the outskirts right now, and then I might go back inside once I have more of a sense of what's going on as far as the layout. This is all so new. Do we have access to the... No, we don't. Not from here. There's no charcoal mapping at present. Not that I used that exhaustively in the Long Dark yet. Yeah, see, this looks like a farmstead, and there could be multiple buildings from which to take. And that looks like a wolf, actually. And by looks like, I mean is. Oh, crap, that's a couple of wolves. I don't know if he's coming after me or what, but he seemed to be... I'm not carrying anything that's putting off a scent, so he might have been going after a bunny. Gotta get inside. Need a little bit of rest. And I don't know if actually anywhere I'm going is going to have an interior location. That looks like a farmhouse back there. It might result in a stealing penalty. There could be some cattails down here. I'm not too worried about my condition at the moment. Grey Mother's house is nearby. I can recover a good bit. It's hypothermia that I need to keep an eye on. 14% risk at the moment. If you are newer to the Long Dark and watching this series, I'll give you a quick tip. You only ever really need to worry about conditions like hypothermia, cabin fever, frostbite, things like that, and your actual condition meter. Having one of these be at the bottom is really not the end of the world. If you play the Long Dark like you're just trying to avoid any of those ever hitting red, you will never get anywhere. You will not be able to take risks in an appropriate and intelligent fashion. And you will probably die more, if I had to guess. Alright, so nothing in Barker's mailbox, but let's go over to Barker's house. Now, here's a deer over here, so if we had a way to fell that deer, which we do not, but if we had a way, that would be some food. We actually do have a way of felling those deer if we can get a wolf over here. We totally do. Alright. There are also rabbits, which I could throw stones and break their necks, as you saw. Oh, hi! Hi! That's a new thing. I've never seen that. Okay, there was a wolf in that barn. That's nice, thanks. Okay. Oh, man. Alright, let's step inside here for a second. Let's go to the... I'm going to pay a visit to this truck really quick. Pop open the hood.
Truck seems to be dead.
Paradise Meadows farm key. Oh, cool. Key to the farmhouse on the outskirts of Milton. I'm glad I came here first. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been going anywhere. All right, so I'm guessing if I go in here, it'll be stealing. That is my take on what's happening here. Hey, rose hips. Let's get those really quick. There's also some reishi mushrooms, so I'll get those too. I don't know, the value of these is diminished slightly because I know it's not going to result in cooking skill for me, so... Crappy weather. What am I saying? It could be so much worse. It could be so much worse. Alright, so this chair we could break down, but... Okay, interesting. So it's not showing anything red here. Not showing anything as belonging to... Okay, good. So we've unlocked the house. Not showing anything as belonging to anyone else, but that was outside. What about inside? Stack of papers, newsprint roll. Let's go ahead and... Well, okay. So far, so good. Let's see what happens if we start... Yeah. Well, see, I don't want to use the scrap metal shard too much. I guess I can just... Yeah, I don't have to use the shard at all. Let's just get that cloth. And actually, come to think of it, I think some of my stuff still needs to... Yeah, it does. Oh yeah, we don't have a sewing kit. We need a sewing kit. That's where it was. Some of my stuff does still need to be repaired, but until I have that sewing kit, I'm not really doing much in that way. Search trash can. Alright, so it's not looking like this stuff counts as stealing. That's a sewing kit. Alright, how convenient. Let's go ahead and repair. I didn't see the condition, but I think it was pretty high. Now these repairs I'm making right now are not going to be hugely beneficial to me. They're only going to give me a total of maybe half a degree. But I am a big believer in every little bit counts. Not always, but on the lower difficulty levels, when you can afford to do lots of repairs and keep your stuff at high gear, there's no need to min-max as much. If you're playing on Stalker or Interloper, yeah, min-max. You don't want to worry about repairing something at 97 or 98. And no, I'm not going to repair something at 97 or 98. But that's just a good kind of rule of thumb. Let's go ahead and drink, because we're getting close to our encumbrance limit, and we're probably going to pick stuff up here. Alright, now there's a book there. I'll go ahead and grab that. Here's some more cloth. I don't want to use our knife. I should have been doing that more often. I've been using the knife when I've been breaking stuff down. By the way, if you just want to look around and see what this place looks like. Those of you who are familiar with Alone Dark and haven't seen the new environments, this is what it looks like. I remember seeing a screenshot of this house in the game's kind of preview art, the launch trailer, stuff like that. There's a Stacy's grape soda, not just any grape soda. Book, stack of papers, open lockbox. Requires a lockbox key. Well, I guess I'm looking for that. See, that's cool. Like, that's a new layer that hasn't existed in Sandbox yet, for instance. The feeling of... What's that there? Okay, it's nothing. Oh, wow. All of these are...
Too much stuff to carry.
Yeah, I don't need to take all those, but that's handy. Yeah, so the feeling of there being like a lockbox that, you find a key for, and that might have some, some very interesting items in it or something. Utilities bill. Utilities bill found at the farmhouse on the outskirts of Milton. Dear Mr. Barker, your account with the Mainland Power Corporation is now severely past due. Your account is in arrears to the tune of $1,256.45. Despite our attempts to contact you to remedy the situation, on this third and final warning, we regretfully report that we are left with no choice but to interrupt service immediately. We have dispatched a recovery crew to repossess your leased solar block model BK1. Once your account has been brought up to date, we will be more than happy to restore your service. Please note that all meter readings are carried out by impartial drones deployed by our remote monitoring station on Great Bear. If you'd like to dispute the reading, please contact your local ombudsman, which, according to our records, is located at missing data. Mainland Power Corporation is the primary service provider of grid-based power for the southern Great Bear region. We pride ourselves in our dedication to customer service and have been awarded the Musk Green Service Medallion for the past 3 years running. Musk. If you would like to make a payment or communicate with us about your account status, we invite you to contact us by phone, email, social media, or drone mailer according to the contact information provided below. Thank you and have a nice day, Mainland Power Corporation. Just want to clarify, I giggled at Musk because of Elon Musk, not because of something else. So, let's go ahead and take that. We are also approaching the 25-minute mark for this episode, so... Oh, here's a neighbor's note here. Let's read this. Hey, Martin, we found Molly. Alice was so relieved. Thanks for helping us look. Looks like this time maybe a wolf went after her. They seem to be more and more since the quake and closer to town. Fewer people to keep in check, I guess. Keep them in check, I guess. Molly's hurt, but I think she'll make it. Watch out because the wolves might come after your dog too. I know how you feel about wildlife and that you wouldn't shoot a wolf even if you had to, but I hear they don't like loud noises. Roadside flare might do the trick. Stay safe and come visit us when you can. It's not good to spend too much time on your own. John. Let's take that note. Search the freezer. Nothing in it. So yeah, we are at the 25-minute mark for this episode. I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here. Okay, some rose hips in the trash can. Wasn't expecting that. I'm going to stop this one here. Oh, look, food. In the next one, we are going to take some of this food because it doesn't look like it's being counted against us. We'll take it back to Grey Mother and see what else she needs, and then continue to go through these quests and see where else the game leads us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.